Let us start with the prayer for today. Om Vasudevasutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So here we are again in one more Dharma Kshetra class for contemplation on the Gita, and let us explore more on Swadharma. There's a lot to be said and known about Swadharma. We will just go to the shloka again. Yes, and then we can discuss a little more on that. So here the context we should always remember all the time. Why is Krishna talking about all this Swadharma and all that? So it's because Arjuna wanted to do something else, whereas he was a Kshatriya and he wanted to become a sannyasi. So in the middle of the battlefield, we are being told, Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharmat Swanushthitat Swadharme Nidhanam Shreyaha Paradharmo Bhayavaha. So, Shreyan Swadharma, my own duty, Viguna, though it is devoid of merit, though it might not look glamorous, or it doesn't pay much, whatever I'm doing, or whatever of that sort, it is better than Paradharmat Anushtitat. Even if I'm able to do some other dharma well, better than the other, my own dharma, even then, just stick to your Swadharma. Swadharme nidhanam sheyaha. Just better is death in one's own duty. Paradharmo bhayavaha. The duty of another is fraught with fear. Means it will result in, danger for you. So very, very mystic. What is Krishna telling here? Why is this Swadharma being... first of all, what is Swadharma? First of all, we should understand what is Swadharma. So last week we had a little insight on that, like how the dharma which comes with roles that we have in life. There is ashrama dharma. Alva, what are the ashramas? Brahmacharya, Grihastha. Hedo Padmaja. Ashramas.
Brahmacharya, Grihastha, after that it's Vanaprastha.
And sannyasa. So depending on our progression, physical evolution, these are the ashramas. Then there is varna. Varna is what in those times, in the Krishna's times, what traditionally the family is doing. A jeweler's son will become a jeweler, stuff like that. Weaver's son will become a weaver, continue the family business, so to speak. So that is varna. But now, of course, in these modern times, this varna should be interpreted in terms of guna and karma. Krishna himself says, what is my guna and what is my karma? Whatever I am doing right now, that is varna agate. If I am working in some software or whatever industry or whatever my profession, that is the varna bharate. And then there is ashrama varna, that dharma, combination of ashrama and varna, that karma is also there, that swadharma is also there. I'm a mother and I'm also a teacher, whatever. So adu combined, that is also definition of swadharma. Amale, what else is there about swadharma? Ashrama dharma, varna dharma, varnashrama dharma. But ultimately, what is my dharma? Dharma of each and every human being is what? Ultimate.
Atmano moksha.
Correct. To find my true self, that is my swadharma, which is the swarupa. To get established in my swarupa is my swadharma. Ultimate. That is the ultimate swadharma. And so, anybody wants to pitch in here about more about Swadharma, or let me just finish what wanted to say about that. So there's a matrix. How do I find my Swadharma? So apart from this Varna and roles and all that, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? How to find my Swadharma ಅಂದ್ರೆ, see, if your child is in a dilemma, what stream should I take? Commerce ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾ, accounts ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾ, science, ಅದಲ್ಲ. So how do you establish the Swadharma of the child? ಅಂದ್ರೆ, first, the best combination is, what is my Prakriti, that is Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, whatever, plus Swadharma. Ado ಎರಡೂನು mix, if they are in tandem, no, it is beautiful. I am a jeweler's daughter and I love jewelry. I will go for a designing course. That's the best possible combination for everyone, isn't it? It is so much in alignment with everything, the environment and my attitude and everything. And this is ideal. And this kind of dharma, if we are born into that kind of situation, then it will align with the moral, ethical, spiritual, all the values are, they come along because there is no conflict. There's no conflict. It's the best thing. And then there is one more thing. There is my Prakriti, but what I want to do, I'm very Rajasic. Okay? But what I want to do is adharma. I mean, it's adharmic in nature. So I want to enroll for, I don't know, some extremely like maybe Naxalites. I want to change the world. Very good, Santosha. But you cannot go and join one extremist organization to do that. So there we have to use some viveka. Unethical, immoral stuff we should not do. Duryodhana wanted to be the, prince of, the king of, his Hastinapura at any cost. Papa. Fine, because he was born a prince. His father was, on the throne, but still Yudhishthira was chosen and he couldn't bear it. So what did he do? Completely adharmic acts, trying to kill his opponents at every opportunity. That is not at all conducive either for him or for anybody else. So that is Prakriti. My Prakriti is forcing me to do adharma, which is not happening. And the third worst combination is, it is neither in my Prakriti and whatever I am doing is not even dharma. That's also not happening. I am a sannyasi, but I have suddenly, made the king, queen of some place. It is not my nature, and it's not even my dharma to do that. So that kind of situation is definitely not conducive to anyone. So this is the matrix. But yeah, I think these are all very commonsensical things, and we'll negotiate them as we come along. And then there is sadharana dharma also. All of us have to do some sadharana dharma. Enadu, be moral, ethical, right on the drive on the left side of the road, stop at traffic signals. It cuts across all categories. So sadharana dharma is, everyone has to abide by the constitutional, legal, ethical, moral standards. That is there. Sadharana dharma. Okay. Then there is asadharana dharma also. During the independence struggle, people were called to come onto the streets. Ordinary people, housewives, people, everyone had to come to the streets to protest. That is asadharana dharma. During COVID also we saw, ordinary people rising to the occasion and pitching in to make life better for for society. So all these are there. So we should not, it's better to know all that, because otherwise there'll be conflict. Oh, should I do that or not? I'm not a doctor. Should I go to help somebody who is dying on the road? Of course you should. That is asadharana dharma. You are in the place, you're in a position, you better go there. If you have learned CPR, do something about it. or at least call an ambulance and take that person away. So all this is asadharana dharma, sadharana and asadharana. Combination will be there. Okay. So all these are very, very traditional definitions of swadharma. What could be a contemporary definition that is suitable for these times? Contemporary definition. At all time there is only one definition. My dharma, which does not create conflict in my head nor in society, and which is taking me towards God. That is swadharma. Simple. That which takes me away from God is paradharma. It is not my swadharma. That is why it is bhayavaha. If I do something which takes me away from my goal of God realization, that is not happening. That is definitely I am going away from the prescribed path. That's what it is. And Vivekananda has given very beautiful definitions of how to arrive at that conflict, dvandva, how to get rid of dvandva, what to do, what not to do. He says, accept as truth whatever that strengthens you, and reject as poison that which weakens you. Whatever weakens me is poison. Reject. What weakens me right now? All of us should ask ourselves. What is my kamzor kadi anta ಒಂದು ಶೋ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು. What is my weak link? Where do I give in to emotions? ಭಾವುಕತೆ. ಗುರುಜಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಭಾವನಾ is good. ಭಾವುಕತೆ avoid. Bhavana is emotion. In its place, emotion is very valid. But bhavukate is when it is that emotion, it turns into action. Whenever we become bhavuka, too emotional, we lose our sense of perspective, isn't it? So, in that bhavukate, am I swerving away from my goal? That is we have to draw the line. We should know ourselves. Am I become? Bhavana is fine, because bhavana is what makes us human. That's what Guruji said. Bhavana is very, very important. Otherwise, you can be a stone. If you see a person, fallen down, the bhavana has to come. Go and help that person. But bhavuka, when will I become bhavuka about that? If that person is, my family member or relative or known to me, then extra emotions will come off. That is not. That will cloud my viveka. That is what is there. And then that which weakens me, beware. So let us all, like Prabhuji says, put in the Swadhyaya dairy. Look into your head and see what are the things in my life that weaken me. I give in to emotions. I give in to, bending the rules, so to speak. All that is there. That which strengthens me, hold on to it. That which weakens me, that, be wary of that. And second point, Vivekananda, that which leads to oneness and unity is good. That which creates division and separation is to be avoided, false. All beautiful, all of us can, it can be ultimately they'll all be the same things that lead to oneness, and the same thing that create division. What create division? What creates oneness? Simple. How can all of us, will be in this, will be aligned when we figure out what create oneness?
When we see ourselves in others, or when we see the Brahman in others.
Or in more practical terms, selflessness. One is more expansive. That karpanya dosha is not there, like how Arjuna says in the immediate second chapter. I have got karpanya, very, 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 very constricted heart. I cannot see beyond my own nose, my own troubles, my own thoughts. I am not able to step out of it. That is karpanya dosha. When I'm able to step out of me, me, myself, the heart will expand. Selflessness. That'll lead to oneness, unity. I am able to think of people beyond me. What is good for the other? What is good for the society? So that which leads to oneness, that which create division is that same I, me, myself. Duryodhana. For everything, the best example is Duryodhana. Ashte. So that which is unselfish is my dharma. That which is very selfish is not dharma. Simple. And Swami Vivekananda also says, follow your own highest ideal. So for all of us in the secular world, in Vyavaharika Jagat, for somebody save the whale is the goal. Maybe it's not mine. For me, it might be just, you just segregate your dry waste and wet waste. I am able to do that. So find out what is possible for you to do and do that diligently. Whatever feels genuinely noble and natural to me, and that something that comes from within, I do that. That is my swadharma. ನನ್ನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. That is my swadharma. No need to imitate. We all have idols and ideals and how one should be, how one should conduct, but still we should know where to draw the line. We can do that. So you see how compassionate the scriptures are. It is accommodating our gunas, isn't it? Nam ಸ್ವಭಾವದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಮ್ಮ ಗುಣಗಳಿಗೆ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಸ್ವಧರ್ಮ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. And Vivekananda was, of course, a great advocate of combining all the 4 yogas in one's life, to whatever extent, all the 4 yogas. Jnana, Bhakti, Karma, Dhyana. ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು go along with it. Means japa. Dhyana means everything. Worship, japa, ella include agate. Whatever practices we are doing, sadhanas, go on doing everything. Anta. And then, what else you want to add to this about swadharma? Is swadharma static? Is it written? The day I am born, hane barana adu swadharma? No, forget the highest ideal of realizing God, but otherwise, for the secular life, can swadharma change? Is it static or dynamic?
It's dynamic. It's not
Yes.
static.
Definitely. As we evolve spiritually and, even materially, I might become more, more giving when I have more wealth. So it is a dynamic thing. Swadharma is dynamic and it evolves with experience and spiritual practice. What is not my prakriti today will become mine tomorrow. I was extremely rajasic, but with all the Bhagavad Gita classes, maybe I'm turning more sattvic. So my swadharma will change. It should. I cannot go on doing the same things I was doing yesterday while my understanding has changed a lot. Alva? So yesterday, how maybe I wanted to party every day, go out, have fun, like a charvaka. Only one life I have, ankondo. Maybe I was painting the town red, but now I know better. So that's what dharma will change. So all these things are there. And then what else can we say about swadharma? Ultimately, whatever I am doing, wherever I am, offer it to Krishna. That's the ultimate. Offer it with bhakti, bhava. Don't have personal ownership of any of the swadharmas, the roles, the ashramas. I might be a mom, I might be a grandmom, whatever it is. Do not identify with the roles. Those basic teachings, though, have to be understood. Don't own. That ownership is the whole problem in life. Don't own everything. Mamakara, ahankara, avoid. Okay. So next we'll go to the next. Please pitch in, people, if you have anything to say about Swadharma. Any, it'll be nice to contemplate if people have doubts. Not that I'll be able to. Let us see what comes out of it. Really.
Maybe
Yes.
you can just explain on Charvaka philosophy, Purnima, if you can.
Charvaka philosophy. Anyone wants to explain? Charvaka andre yaru? So this Charvakas, they are also a very valid, stream of, thought. They don't have, they don't believe in next life. They say there is only one life. This is the life, and body is the only one which we can see and feel. And the world, the body, a completely gross. There is nothing subtle about their philosophy. They say khana, pina, mauj udana, that is the end, be all and end all of life. Enjoy. Many, many, many people in my own circles have that kind of philosophy. They are not necessarily evil, or they are not immoral or unethical, but their vision of what is life is limited to that. ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರು, ಯಾಕೆ ಹತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತಿರ್ತೀಯ, ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡು, ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ವಾ, ಹೋಗು, ಯಾಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ವೈ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಹಾಲಿಡೇ. So this is the Charvaka philosophy. अरे यार कल क्या होगा क्या पता, आज जियो. So what is the Jina? What is that? What is that living? Their definition is completely gross. What is the meaning of living is completely gross. Ashte. That is Charvaka philosophy. Don't tell me about God and that next life, soul and the next life and karma. No, they will not subscribe to that. किसको क्या पता कल तू. Have you seen tomorrow? Have you seen somebody who has come back from the dead? All these things, we will have no answer for that. So they seem their arguments are very strong always. So that's Charvaka philosophy. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, now here is a question which is in all our lips. Okay. Arjuna uvacha. अथ केन प्रयुक्तोऽयं पापं चरति पूरुषः अनिच्छन्नपि वाष्णेय बलादिव नियोजितः. What a fantastic question he has asked. He asked, Atha kena prayuktam, impelled by whom or what does man commit sin? Papam charati purushaha. What is it that makes it commit sin? Okay. Though again anichhannapi, I don't want to, but I do it. I don't want to, but I'm forced to do it. Why? Vashneya means Krishna. The Vrishni, he is the lord of the Vrishni clan. Baladeva niyojitaha. Balad, I mean somebody is forcing me to do it. Commit sin. Do we have that question? I don't want to do it, but somehow I end up doing it. All of us have, to some degree, we have the dilemma. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to shout at somebody, but I did. I didn't want to crib and complain, but I did. So write diary. That's the only that Guruji's remedy is you write down whenever I slip up. So, but that force is there, no, that initial force. It's coming. From where is it coming? Why is it coming? So I am not in control. See what a wonderful it is. It's a study in human psychology, no? This question. It's absolutely brilliant. Look, I don't want to, I know I want to be established in Brahman all the time, but I can't. Why? I do all sorts of things which take me away from my goal. Tell me, Krishna, why is this happening? What a beautiful question. No? Sneha, did you miss the question? So, Sneha, this is the question on everybody's lips here. Arjuna is asking, Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha.
Mhm.
Why do people commit sin even if they don't want to?
Correct, correct. Neela, I heard it. I took time to unmute.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Because this is a very critical question. We all need answers for this.
Hmm.
I want to know why I go on ending up doing the same things even when I don't want to do it. So, Krishna's answer is absolutely brilliant. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samudbhavaha mahashano mahapapma viddeham iha vairinam. So, simple. We know the answer, but it takes Krishna to tell us. He said, Kama, desire, Krodha, anger, both of them are Rajoguna Samudbhava. They come from a very Rajasic mindset. 99% of us. Hmm? Kama is there, Krodha is there. To whatever degree, we all have it. Rajoguna Samudbhavaha. So that is not the end of it. He goes on to say, Mahashanaha. They are all devouring. They eat it. They eat us up. Ashana means to eat. Maha Ashana, Maha Papma. Sin. When they go on, make us committing sin. Viddeham, iham, vairinam. Viddeham. Know that iham, these two are vairinam, our enemies, our foes in the world. So Kama and Krodha are named as our worst enemies. Okay. So here we need to discuss this. Any first thoughts on Kama and Krodha on this shloka? Kama esha, Krodha esha, Rajoguna samudbhava. Has Krishna spoken about this earlier? How Kama leads to our downfall? He has, right? In the second chapter. He gives the ladder of fall also. Isn't it? So, again he is reiterating, Kama and Krodha are all devouring and Maha Ashana and Maha Papa. Okay, Pitchin people, you want to say something about it? Kama
The
Esha.
desire comes from I must have this, I need this, or I want to. And that when we don't get what we want,
Hmm.
again, the frustration also comes in.
Right,
Yeah. Or we get irritated for little things, and then, yeah, it makes whole lot of sense. Yeah.
correct. So,
Yeah.
Krodha bhavati sammohaha, sammoha smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhramsha, buddhinasha pranashyati. All that will happen. Just one from small desire, everything will get up, come in me, and it's all devouring. So, according to Vivekananda, what is sin? Just now we heard in the previous sloka. What is sin? What is not swadharma? Whatever makes me weak. And what makes me weak? According to this shloka, kama. Little desires which are not fulfilled make me weak. And even if they are fulfilled, will they subside? All these desires? No. He's saying they are maha ashana. That is why we have the example of Rakta Bijasura. One the desire, one drop of blood, one more demon, This fulfillment of desires is like sucking blood. So you want more and more and more. So Durga has to come and they have to suck up all the Rakta Bijasuras. That's why he invoked the divine mother. She's the only one who can help. They are all devouring and all sinful. Maha Ashanaha. So what Krishna is saying is, There is no other, this Saturn in other this thing religions. You have a shaitan also. You have a Saturn. He is making me do it. Illa. Everything is in me. That is what Bhagavan is saying. Actually, come down to the very basic. What are Kama and Krodha? They are nothing but the Divine Mother. They are energy. They are Prakriti. Is there anything else apart from Prakriti? There is Prakriti and there is Purusha. There is a stillness, and where there is activity, immediately that Purusha is Prakriti. Isn't it? They are inseparable. Raga, this Kama and Krodha are nothing but the Divine Mother's energy only. There is no other negative energy over there. How I transform it is the problem here. What does it say in Lalita Sahasranama? Ragaswarupa Pashadhya Krodhakara Ankushojvala. Ragaswarupa, she is the form of raga, means desire, attachment, moha. Pasha, it's a noose. She's catching us with that noose called desire. She wants to keep us in Maya with that noose called desire, raga. And Krodhakara Ankusha. Ankusha means a hook. And she's hooking us with this Krodha. It is very difficult to escape her Maya. It is all part of her Maya, her Leela, her energies only. So, first of all, let us not dismiss Kama and Krodha as, some evil forces. No, it is Mahamaya herself who is giving us all these energies. Alva? So beautiful. See, we are even doing stuti of Lalitas in Sahasranama with these qualities of Prakriti. Krodhakara, Ankushojvala, Ragaswarupa, Pashadya. So, one is not to mock Maya, or one is not to mock somebody who is in the sway of Kama and Krodha. No. Because nothing, it is just the Divine Mother is dancing in them in a different manner. She is doing one beautiful tandava over there. That we should be able to look at it that way. Or even in me, if I'm able to have a little distance, a little perspective, I'll know, oh, today Kama was dancing, today Krodha was dancing in me. There's nothing but the Divine Mother. Anbutto, that is the way we have to reconcile with these forces. But here Bhagavan is saying they are all Mahapapma, they are unconquerable enemies. Vairinam, they are Viddeha Miha Vairinam. Actually, Saraswati Devi is Kamarupini, we say, no, in the shloka. She is Varade Kamarupini. So, first and foremost, let us accept that all these energies are nothing but the Divine Mother. But if I go away from my Swadharma, then it will become Maha Ashana and Maha Papa. Because they are weakening me, they are making me very selfish. I am straying away from my goal. What else is there? So how do I deal with these desires? Let us come to brass tacks. Kashta. Can I say it? Okay, from today I'll be desire mukta anta irakagata. Agala. ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು?
Constantly check, watch, witness.
Yeah. Also, yeah. And one
Journal.
more. Huh?
Journal.
Journal to hai. Yes.
At least mentally, I have started journaling, Purnima.
Absolutely. See, now in these days, this desires is very easy to fulfill because it's all on the mobile phone. Swiggy, Instamart, tuck, 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 Amazon. Anything that comes to mind immediately is translated into appeasement. That we have to watch out for. Am I reaching for my phone and immediately ordering what I want? What comes up? Maybe then I will feel it will be just lying somewhere in some corner of the kitchen or the house. I won't even use it. But The whole algorithm is, designed so that it you reach for your phone and you do such things, isn't it, Anu?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
You order it and you don't use it and you don't use beyond 6 months. It it does we don't need that. And sometimes people don't make that conscious decision. Do I
Ah,
need this? Can I live without this?
ಹೌದು.
Do I, those questions if they ask,
Yes,
I don't think they will be so impulsive in ordering or buying or something.
absolutely.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, it's just available at their disposal kind of thing. They just doing it, yeah,
let's do it. And
consciously.
actually, our devices are tracking our every move. They are doing our journal actually. Raga
Right,
Dvesha journal, they are keeping all our devices. And I
right.
guess,
And
huh?
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, you go ahead. No problem. Yeah.
As you just mentioned, devices, anything we browse, we start getting similar kind of ads and similar. And you were just saying that algorithms, yeah, that's
ಹೌದು.
so true.
Yeah. And I believe they are listening to us also. Even though we think it's an off mode, phone is not switched off and all, they're listening to us because it is, I have experienced it personally. We were just talking of Bhima Jewelers for some reason. And there was one ad which came up the next time I opened the phone, Bhima Jeweler ad, or some Instagram post will come regarding that. So they are listening to us more than they are doing the job that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be listening to my mind, not my devices, but they are doing it. So even yes, Shweta.
ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾಜಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲಿಸನ್ ಅಂತ
Hmm.
ಐಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು
Yeah, yeah.
ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅದು ನಾನು ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ
ಹಾಕಪ್ಪ,
ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗಿಟ್ರುವೆ ಅದು ಫೋನ್ ಕೇಳುತ್ತಂತೆ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್
ಹೌದು.
ಫೋನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್
ಹೌದು.
ದೇ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಲೈಕ್
Our
ದಟ್
own
ಅಂತೆ
good. Yeah.
ಯಾ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ಸ್
Definitely, it's not good, Baba, because they are
Naren, just
pushing us. Yes, Ramaji. Rama ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, but I guess it was inadvertent. So this is what it is. So ಇವಾಗಂತೂ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಈ ರಾಗ ದ್ವೇಷ to be kama and what is this? Yeah, kama krodha, no? What Bhagavan is saying. It's becoming very difficult for us to stay away from these things at this point of time. Sneha, ಏನಪ್ಪ?
ಆಮೇಲೆ the other thing is also the desire for a name and fame. ಅದು in small ways, big ways.
ಹೌದು.
That can also lead to our destruction, our inability to do work at hand.
Correct.
ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
ಹೌದು.
ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ವಾಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋನ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಅಸ್.
Help. ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು desire for name and fame. Immediately, we should arrive at the equation. What is it pointing to? That little self. It is not an expansion of the self. It's all about me, myself.
ಅದೇ ಈಗೋ.
ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ. So that is not Swadharma. Beyond me and myself is Swadharma. Peace. So that's the whole thing. Yeah. So journaling, instead of the devices doing the journaling,
sometimes we have all that natural desires and all, but to what extent we control also matters.
Yes.
Is it not?
In natural desires, so give example.
ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗೆ ಭೀಮಾ ಜ್ಯುವೆಲ್ಲರ್ಸ್ ನಾವ್ ಅದ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಓ ಇದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪೊಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇದು ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅದು ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ
ಇವಾಗ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಗಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡೋದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ ಸದ್ಯ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಷ್ಟಾದ್ರೂ ವಿವೇಕ ಇದೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಬೇಡ ಇವಾಗ ಅಂತ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಬರೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್. ಬೇಡ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದೇ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್.
ಅದೇ ಇರೋದು, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮಾಯಾನು. ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಿವೈನ್ ಮದರ್ಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ದ ಡಿಸೈರ್ Kama and Krodha is Raga and Dvesha are her only. It is her energies. So how we should do that Viveka, we have to exercise. So forget about Bhima Jeweler. See, they are very huge investments. Maybe we take those decisions very consciously. We will not go and immediately jump. But little things, like I want to dresses, okay. My cupboard is overflowing, but yet I see some beautiful design, I immediately want to go and buy. So what do I do in such cases? Practical tips. Deferred appeasement. Okay, not today. Let me see tomorrow. Ashtu ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? If we can
Correct. Yes.
deferred appeasement, if I can put it off for a day, and that put it off for a day should be permanent. Tomorrow again put it off for a day, again put it off for a day. ತೀರ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು ಸಾಮಾನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ yes, Shweta Vadayar wants to say something.
ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾಜಿ ನೀವು ಮುಗಿಸಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಫಾರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳು, ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್.
ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ನಾನು ಅದು ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಇದು ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಅಷ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಇಷ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ವೇ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಬೈಸ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸೀರೆಗಳು. ಸೊ ಮೀ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ದೇ ವರ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ನಾನು ಆ ಸೀರೆ ತಗೊಂಡೆ, ಈ ಸೀರೆ ತಗೊಂಡೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ದೇ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಮಿ, ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಬೈ? I said, I don't buy things. I don't, is it worth it? I asked them. How many times did you wear it? I asked them. They were like, once. Then, rest of the year, what it was doing. So, why can't you repeat whatever you have, switch them and wear? This is what I do. I just don't want to invest so much on, things which are not that useful. ಅಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಶಾಕು, ನೀನ್ ಹುಡುಗಿನ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ. I just said them that it's not ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು ಮಾಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. At end of the day, everybody's choices are different, and I consciously put an effort in myself, telling that many a times I feel okay, ಇದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಅದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಇದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. Oh, can I buy this? Can I buy that? Can I buy this? Later, after some time, what I do is, oh, is it worth it? Do I need it? ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾನೇ ಹಾಕೊಂತೀನಿ. ಅದು ಹಾಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಅನ್ನೆಸೆಸರಿ, ಅದು ಬೇಕಾಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ.
ಎಸ್, ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಶ್ವೇತಾ. All of us need to do that. All of us need to have that viveka.
And this ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ previously I used to do this. Whenever I was angry, ನಂಗೆ ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ I used to buy things which is not necessary.
Yeah, it's a shopping therapy, no? Correct.
ಶಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಥೆರಪಿ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿವಸ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನೇ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತು, ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವರ್ತ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್? ಅದು ಬೇಕಿತ್ತಾ? ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಅದರ್ ವೇಸ್ ಟು calm down your mind. Let me do that.
Very good. You're doing a great job with your own life. Wonderful, Shweta.
ಅದು ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ. ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ it all helps because of journaling.
Yeah, you said last time that you have been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So deferred appeasement is one, and then when I buy something new, let me give away something which is already lying in the cupboard. ನೀ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಯಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿನೂ ಉಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಉಟ್ಕೋ, ನಿಂಗೆ ಬೇಡವಾ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ pass it on. At least do that. So many NGOs are there who are accepting good stuff. In fact, in that Tanaira shop, they have a box. Please drop your old silk sarees here. At least do that, alva. We can do that at least. Instead of stacking everything in the cupboard and, letting them gather dust or termites. So all these things we can do at our level, little things. And these UPI payments also are a problematic thing.
Yes. I was just going to say that it's so easy to get what you desire because of this only.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ವಾಟ್ what I can get, and that all those barriers have been broken down totally. It is very
It boils down to even the littlest things. Like, for example, clothes and the accessories, all the things that women desire. Ad one level adre, even at a smaller level, like say now we go to a vegetable shop and itkoli. So, I mean, we'll have a couple of vegetables in mind to buy immediate agi. But we see a lot of things. I think that's the supermarket model, ala, consumerism ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
consumerist.
You end up buying things that you don't really need. ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೇನೋ ಅಂತ.
Okay.
So it's really very, very hard in this era of consumerism to witness our desires and to control it, regulate it, ellano.
Absolutely.
And like you said, because of the smartphone, apart from the material things, it's also about scrolling, ala.
Oh my God.
The desire to, you feel you want to unwind because you want to scroll. At least ನನ್ನ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ತುಂಬಾ. When I'm tired, when I'm mentally tired, when I want to unwind, I feel like scrolling, and that makes it worse.
No. Oh, what makes it worse? Your tension
The
will be
scrolling makes it, obviously my brain is again stimulated. I'm not relaxed.
not relaxed. Correct.
But I see this happening to many people around. Unconsciously,
At the
they are
end of
doing
that
it.
1 hour, you have achieved nothing.
Nothing. And you end up more tired, and productivity is even lesser
Yes.
after that.
No, it's so dangerous. Correct.
ಹೌದು.
ಗಂಟೆಗಟ್ಲೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾ ನೋಡೋದು, ಇದು ನೋಡೋದು, ಅದ್ ನೋಡೋದು, ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ನೋಡೋದು. ಮೈ ಗಾಡ್, ವಾಟ್ ಆಮ್ ಐ ಅಚೀವಿಂಗ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್?
Maya Devi is at its peak.
Yeah, completely. Pasha and Ankusha, right there.
Totally.
Purnaji,
Yeah.
I just want to share a small tidbit. UPI, yes, that is. Oh my God, very scary. I'm glad I don't have one here. I didn't get one. I'm currently in India, guys. Guys, who don't know. Yesterday I was shopping, and I carry cash for the most part or my credit card. And yesterday I didn't take one, so I'm glad I didn't, because I would have overindulged buying stuff yesterday if I had the UPI or my credit card. So it's good one way. And today I'm like, oh, what a great decision I didn't buy it, right?
See,
But
these are little things we can do. Don't carry cash. Don't carry your phone. Whatever.
yeah, no, that makes sense. But also, Purna, like this was a few years ago, right? When I was overindulging myself with just getting stuff left and right. I started to, when I saw the clutter that was accumulating in my house, that gives me a lot of anxiety. One thing I learned was from a friend, actually. She said that they were going through a hard time, and she said, hey, when I went through a hard time, this is how I did it. I always ask, is it a need or a necessity? A need or a necessity before I buy, and walk away from that for a 1 hard second and think of it, is it a need or a necessity?
Wonderful.
Right?
Wonderful.
So I try to like bring that in more and more in my buying pattern.
Yeah.
So that kind of helps me walk away from, even like, I think Snehaji was talking about supermarkets, right? Where in a supermarket where like consumerism is at its peak, everything's about marketing to your consumer and trying to get it out. And when I hold a product, I don't put it in my basket right away or my cart. I'm like literally need, necessity. I say that 3 times, right? By the
Very
time
good.
the third time comes, I'm like, if it's a need, it's in the basket. If it's a necessity, it goes back on the shelf, actually. So
That's also a good tip, huh?
yeah,
Three
I
times.
three times, right?
Yes.
By then you've already breathing, right? You're regulating your system. I don't. I'm not a huge. Rahulji would probably say this with the brain and the neurons concept. But whatever happens in your brain, that breathing and the 3 times, it really helps me come down to need or necessity. Don't get me wrong, I still indulge myself here and there, but at least the level of indulgence has really come down since then.
Indulgence has come down. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, Vadayar. Want to pitch in with that? Shweta.
ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾಜಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಶ್ವೇತಾ ವಾಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ನೋ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕಿಡ್ಸ್ ದೀಸ್ ಡೇಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ನೀಡ್ ವಾಂಟ್
Very good.
ಡು ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಡು ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಮೆಸ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಸ್ನಿಗ್ಧನ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಅವಳ ಏಜ್ಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ನೀಡೆಡ್ ಆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ವಾಂಟ್? ವಾಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನಿನ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಸ್ನಿಗ್ಧ. ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಬೇಕು ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬೇಕಂದು ಒಂದ್ 5 minutes ನಿನ್ ಹತ್ರ ಅದಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಗ್ದೋಯ್ತು. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸಿ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವಾಗ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ದಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್.
ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
because her mom is walking the talk, so she's saying it, right? Very nice. ಸೊ ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ, ಅಷ್ಟ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನೋ ಹೋಗಿ ಬ್ರೌಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಏನೋ ತಗೊಂಡೆ, ದಬಾರ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡೆ. ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಫೈನ್, ಯು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಇಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಬಾಟ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್, ವೈ ನಾಟ್? ಓಕೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಇಟ್, ವಿಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಮೀ? ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅನದರ್ ಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್. Is it so important to me that if I don't get it, will I get disturbed? Or if I get something, am I, over the moon with joy? Atra extreme emotions ilde hodru, it's fine, it's manageable, at least. It's manageable. But let it not lead to frustration and anger. That is what Krishna is talking about in this. If I don't get it, see, most of the things that we buy on impulse, if we don't have it also, it doesn't matter to us actually. Simply we are giving into it, alva, actually. Come to think of it. I see something, I do some, window shopping. That's why window shopping is healthy. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು ಹಾಯಾಗಿ, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಯಲಿ ಇಂಡಲ್ಜ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಓವರ್ ದೇರ್. ನೋ, ಶ್ವೇತಾ?
Purnimaji, so I know the written policy is not very popular in India at least, right? At least
policy?
Once you buy a product, most of your products have return policy, right? Where you can, like electronics have about, I think now about 15 days or 30 days, something like that. Clothes about 90 days. Each store has their own return policies, right? So like part of indulgence, if I bring stuff, I always have my receipt. I take a picture, or now it's all email. I have a receipt in the bag. So because you need a receipt to return and get your money back for the most part. So if I don't use a product within the next week, it goes back to the store. So I have a area for these things to put. If I'm not going there and pulling it out within a week and using it, it goes back to the store.
It's a good idea to preserve the receipt and stuff and the original packaging and return it.
Yeah. So you sometimes, you just buy it and bring it home. But then once you come home, you're busy. You don't even have time to look at it. That means you don't need it. So if the need test fails for me, the second test is the return policy.
Very good, very good. But imagine the carbon footprints we are leaving over there.
Oh yeah, big time.
Like online, and we say okay, return. So much effort on that part to come, that packaging, oh my God, all these boxes lying around the house. And along with the boxes, they come the cockroaches, the Amazon cockroaches, I call them. We don't know how long they're lying there in the godown. They'll definitely have these cockroach, bachas over there. I don't know. It's all a very vicious circle. It's terrible. Actually, this online buying only, on one hand, yes, I'm saving time. All that is there. On the other hand, someone else is polluting. They're running all around the place. And, so many delivery boys on their vehicles racing against, in thick traffic. I don't know what is right and what is wrong anymore. Society has come such a long way. It's really, so at my level, what I can do, I will do ashte. That's all we can do, all of us at our own. Okay, I think this is it about this kama, krodha. But one more question. Krodha, is it always unjustified? Krodha, he is saying, Bhagavan is saying, krodha, anger is not good. But is there anything called good anger? Good anger idya. Should we get angry or not sometimes?
I think it's an emotion and an energy. Good to feel it once in a while, but what you do with it is what good and bad gets determined.
Controlled indignation. We all have some righteous indignation, right? What, Anu?
Yeah, for the kids, when you discipline, you show the anger, but in a good way, and you're showing them, but internally you would love them. That's a different kind. They would see that as a bad krodha. Because then they will say, even I hate you, it's
ಹೌದು.
okay, but
Yeah.
we are disciplining for the good of them. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Correct. No, apart from that, I think all that this parenting, Rahul is saying, first emotion to experience during birth and last emotion to be conquered is krodha. Is that right? Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But lot of
That is that
contemplation
is
goes
that is
on.
so sad, there's the last emotion to be conquered andre. It is so I wish it
Or
was the
probably
other way around. Yeah.
first emotion to be conquered. Yeah.
The first to be conquered, the last to come ಅಂತಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು. It's standing it on its head. But unfortunately, no, it is very much there. It's in the DNA. And talking about righteous indignation, we do feel, oh, see, like I just vented about these Amazon boxes, righteous indignation. What I'm doing nothing about it. It's right. It's okay to be indignant, but what can I do about it? So it should motivate me to do the right thing. Ashte. Whatever my indignation is with society, with the circumstances around me, it should motivate me to do the right things. Okay, I will do minimal purchase. ಆ ಥರದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. And there is wise anger and foolish anger. Foolish anger. The whole world is going, corrupted, getting corrupted. What the hell can I do about it? Nothing. It's foolish. I shouldn't even go there. I should deal with things which are on my plate. The world is really not on my plate. I am not a politician. I am not the president of any big country who can control the narrative. I cannot do it. So let me not waste my anger watching the news, reading paper, and getting, extremely angry about things which I cannot control. And that's unnecessary. It's foolish. My energies are being wasted. Ashte. Alva? Wise anger ide. What is this wise anger? Wise anger is when I'm in a position of power or position to do something about it, I use that anger to correct a situation. That is good. So Vivekananda's famous saying, the foolish cannot get angry and the wise does not get angry. How is that? The foolish do not get angry. Yake? They're too tamasic. And nothing stirs them. That is not a happy state. One has to get indignant. One has to do the right thing. Alba, at our levels, we have to do. And the wise, they don't get angry. Means they see a situation which is not correct and they will correct it. Atara. So many things about the shloka. I think we had a good discussion. Then we can go, I think next class we can finish this chapter 3. Some 2 or 3 more shlokas are there. Okay. Any more words? Some more, anything you want to share, otherwise we can end. Okay. Om asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityormamamritangamaya Om Shanti 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 ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದಾತ್ಮ ಶಿವನಾನು ನಾನೇ ಶಿವೋಹಂ 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 ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ